Welcome to the first ever Fight Journal podcast. Shout out to Yo Kratom for being the official sponsor of Fight Journal and the Fight Journal podcast. Home of the $60 kilo. Go support Yo Kratom because they support us. I am the Puerto Rican Rattlesnake, Louis J. Gomez, the leader of Team Rattlesnake, and I'm here with two of the fighters on Team Rattlesnake, the great Dylan and the great Paco.
Yo.
Hello.
And we are right now on our way to Brooklyn to train with Diego Lopez, Williamsburg MMA.
As if Lewis's driving wasn't scary enough, we added a fucking podcast. Thanks,
No, we're good. This is not that bad. I talk anyway while I drive, so why not monetize the conversation? That's what I say, folks. Anyway, look, if you guys are not following along, I'm going to be fighting Tim Butterly at Skankfest on Sunday, October 1st, as a part of the LS Mania event. This is going to be a sanctioned boxing match by USA Boxing. We're doing amateur rules. I think it's going to be 3 3-minute rounds. We're still figuring out some of those details. Thank you, Dylan. And Dylan is going to be boxing Krakamiko, who is representing Team Butterly, and Paco is going to be boxing Denny Dubs, who's representing Team Butterly. So we got a few matches already set. We're on our way to go meet Harrington at the gym right now, and Diego and a couple other people. I'm feeling pretty good. I just came back from a week of vacation. I was in Greece with my girlfriend.
Did you work out on vacation?
Did not work out at all.
Good.
Not even once.
No,
I needed to relax.
For.
So what happened was the week before I left, the Wednesday night after the specials, I ended up getting drunk and fucking around with a fan. And he took me to the ground. And I injured my rib. It was nothing major. It was a really slight rib injury. I thought it was a nerve issue. I thought it was an intercostal strain. I think it was maybe slightly worse than that. But like as of right now, I don't have any of like that slipping sensation. I got a little bit of like a pinching.
Did you get an X-ray?
No, I went to a physical therapist.
Okay.
Went to a physical therapist, and they essentially said like there's literally nothing you can do except rest the rib. So it was good timing for me to go out of town and take a vacation. And that's all I wanted to do. Is I wanted to just
the beach.
Yeah, dude, chill.
Yeah. Drink
some alcohol, eat some good food. I hadn't drank in like a month before I went. So it was truly, genuinely just time to relax and recover and to feel good. Right. And this is my first day back to training after all that. But that was a fucking annoying thing. It was a very, very, look, you're not going to...
You're not expecting it. You're drunk, you're fucking around with the fan, all of a sudden.
Yeah, dude.
All of a sudden, injury. That's how quick it happens.
The whole thing was fucking stupid, and it made me realize that I need to just be a little bit more careful about doing shit like that as I'm getting older.
Of course.
Like, I'm just not I'm not built to hit the ground.
And just get the fuck back up immediately.
Yeah, dude. I'm genuinely like, it really fucked me up. So it could have been way worse. It could have been a knee injury. Both of my knees are fucked up. Oh, come on, man. This guy's got fucking stupid whore, bitch, slut, cunt.
Yo, dude,
sorry,
if
guys.
we get into an accident on a podcast, it's so funny.
No, there's nothing funny about that. So anyway, that's where we're at. And look, the reason we're doing this podcast is just because I spent a lot of time talking about these fights on Real Ass Podcasts and Legion of Skanks, and I think that some people get sick of it. So this is good. This show specifically is going to be a weekly show, giving you guys updates as to what's going on with Team Rattlesnake, our fight camp, what we're doing. Probably giving Tim Butterly way too much information as to how much I'm injured and how much I'm training.
The second we put the mics on, I was like, how much do I tell?
Well, I mean, look, the reality, like, part of me was like, all right, I should probably try to hide the fact that I got that injury. But if it was worse than it is, I would genuinely be like, all right, well, I can't talk about it. But when it comes down to it, it doesn't hurt at all anymore. It's kind of like a little bit annoying. So I think by the time the actual fight comes, or even hopefully in the next week or so, I don't feel anything at all, and it won't be an issue.
Or is Lewis playing 4D chess? He's not even injured. He's putting that out to the grapevine just to get that extra edge on Tim Butterly.
Tim's just working my body.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I've been working body conditioning the whole time.
What the fuck? He's made of iron.
So, yeah, we'll be talking about just everything that's going on leading up to the fights. I'm pretty sure we're all going to be fighting on the same day. We're going to take a break here in just a minute because we got to go to a quick work meeting.
Fighting on the same day, I don't think that's happened yet. That's big.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking dope, dude. So, Dylan, how are you feeling about your training so far?
Not training at all. Nah, I am. I actually went on a run for the first time today, and I think I'm gonna stop smoking. I think I'm gonna just do edibles, and I mean, the running sucks. I'll say that much. I almost threw up. The running sucks, but I feel like you have to do it. That's what you said. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've trained with a couple actual legit fighters, and the common theme or the common thing that they both said was like, if you want to fucking be in fight shape and have good fight cardio, run. And that was Bisping and Mickey Gall. So yeah, I think we all should be fucking running. I ran this morning. You know, it's you know, if you're just trying to cut weight, you're trying to just get your cardio up, I think that's one of the best things you can do. But that'll get easier as well, dude. Your body's just going to get used to it. If it's your first day running, like within a week, you're going to be running twice as far as you could run, twice as fast. So it's all good.
I also fucked up like a week ago. I just kind of just went back to just having fun.
No, you got to stop having fun, dude. This is the next 2 months is about a lack of fucking fun, dude.
Nah, dude, it's bro, my show's this Thursday. Wait, yes, dude. Lewis is on my show, by the way.
How much are you training right now?
With you guys once a week, and then running really, and then I just kind of like I've been trying to work weights at my house, but nothing crazy. Like I said, it's been a bad.
You got to be You got to be boxing, dog. How often are you training, Paco?
3 times a week.
3 times a week? We all got to fucking up it.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, Paco lied. Paco's downplaying it. I mean, is this a bad idea to tell people our whole fucking game plan?
Can we delete this immediately?
I just.
This is retarded.
No,
dude.
it's not retarded. Here's the thing. Look, and Butterly actually has a decent amount of combat experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that anybody involved, when push comes to shove, will be able to listen to a podcast of us talking about the training we do and extract anything that's going to make them have any sort of like higher fight IQ in the moment. We're not talking about professional fighters. Like if Ngannou was doing a Fight Journal podcast every week and giving his like the insight to his training camp and what he was planning to do against Tyson Fury, I would understand that maybe being concerning. But no offense to Butterly or Danny Dubs or Krakamiko, they're just not high-level fighters like that. So I feel like, sure, dude, they can know that we're running and training 5 days a week. Like
I'm trying to smoke slightly less.
Like I mean, like, look, here's the truth. Like, I'm gonna fucking train my ass off. I'm training as hard as I could possibly train. I'm gonna put everything I have into it, and I'm hoping that my level of skill will be above Butterly's level of, or my level of conditioning and skill will be above Butterly's level of conditioning and skill on the when it comes to fight time, you know? But we're not professional fighters. There's no way to fucking know that. But Butterly doesn't know if he can beat me, and I don't know if I can beat Butterly, and that is a fact. Those are fucking facts. You have no idea if you could beat Krakamiko. You have no idea if you could beat Danny Dubs.
I don't think I can.
What's up?
I don't think I can.
Oh my
Yo,
Dude,
Paco's
he's 6 foot tall.
Paco's lying on
He's
this
trained in
podcast.
Muay Thai. He's had amateur fights. Has way more experience than me. I feel like I'm being set up here.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think
dude,
you're being
if you-
set up. I think.
Would you
look,
rather fight him or Sean Millea?
Neither.
Neither.
I'd rather fight Harrington.
Well, but Harrington's in us shape right now. Like Harrington's not in any.
Well,
Honestly, I would fight twice this year just if I could fight Harrington again.
Harrington's pissing me off. So, but Harrington right now has been challenged.
By everyone. Me.
No, he was
honestly.
he was challenged by fucking Jiu-Jitsu Bear, which is one of Ellis's guys.
Oh yeah.
And Jiu-Jitsu Bear weighs 210 pounds. He's a big dude. Harrington and him talked about fighting in the past, and Harrington's turning this fight down, and it's really pissing me off because it's like it's actually the perfect matchup. So
100%.
we're about to meet up Harrington today. I'm hoping that he's going to give us some different information. We'll jump back in on this Fight Journal podcast in a little while, and hopefully give you an update on that. But we still don't have an opponent for Harrington because Harrington just isn't taking anything
Seriously.
but easy fucking fights.
Ugh.
Which look, it's all easy
that
fights.
tracks
None of
for
us
his
are
record.
fight. None of
That
us are
tracks for
fight.
his record.
Shut up, Dylan. He beat you. That's sad.
Yeah, it was my first year, bro. Yeah, I gotta get my
I'm
legs
just
under me.
I'm just saying that like if you're doing this, you should do it in a way where you don't know you're gonna win. You're not just beating up a fucking old man or a guy that's never fought before, or like that. At that point, you just kind of come off like a fucking bully, And I guess some people were giving me shit. They were like, dude, Lewis doesn't see the hypocrisy of him giving Harrington shit for not fighting him when he wouldn't fight Jason Ellis. First of all, motherfuckers, I was injured. I pulled out of the Jason Ellis fight because I legitimately had knee surgery.
Also, you said yes to the fight.
I said yes to the fucking fight, and to be honest with you, that fight could happen one day still. I don't want to start talking, and getting ahead of myself, but look, I have some plans. It's not it's not the same thing at all in any sense. I'm not afraid of Jason Ellis. I very clearly stated I don't know that I could beat Jason Ellis. I don't know that I could beat Tim Butterly, right? So it's not like, but I would challenge myself and see if I can. That's the fucking idea here. All of this is about challenging yourself and fucking walking into it.
Pushing yourself on your limits.
Yeah, pushing yourself, seeing how good a shape you can get in, see how far you could take it, and having some fun with one of your buddies. You walk out of it. At the end of it, everyone walks away from it going like, holy shit, that was a really cool experience,
Yeah.
right? Everyone that's done these fights, Ellis Mania, Skankfest, whatever it is. So let's take a break real quick. We're going to come back in a little bit, and we will finish this episode of Fight Journal Podcast. All right, we're back. Just finished training with the great Diego Lopez, Williamsburg MMA. Great little session back after a week off. Me personally, my fucking rib feels okay. Still a little bit sore. I couldn't spar today because I didn't want to take any body shots and possibly, re-injure it because it's just finally feeling where I don't feel like that clicking. But I was able to move around, put a lot of work in, sweat a lot, felt pretty good about it. We actually, Sean Millea is joining us, who's a comedian, and he was on, he actually came to Skankfest last year and won the musical chairs boxing.
Might know him as Bowie.
Yeah,
Yes.
might know him as Bowie from his viral video. Thank you for posting that video
You're
as well.
welcome.
That was fucking
Yeah.
awesome. A lot of love for the event from that video. Sean came out and trained with us today. Sean, what'd you think of the training?
Dude, it was great. Got a good workout. Diego was really informative. Paco, who I technically beat at the musical chairs last year, got to spar with me a little and gave me some good shots. So that was a humbling moment.
Did you see that? Has Paco gotten better since last year? Because I don't know. I haven't trained with Paco that much. He does seem like he's better than he was.
Yeah, I think so. It's also hard to say because last year I was like kind of we both were really tired coming off a few fights, so we had some energy today. Yeah, he hit me with some good body shots. I think he's definitely improved, and he's hard to pin down. I can't tell what he's gonna do. So
Yeah, he's annoying to box with.
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Very annoying. Yeah, and look, honestly, I was fucking itching. I was watching you guys go today, and it made me want to fucking start throwing punches and fucking. And honestly, I would have if I didn't forget my bag and forget my mouth guard and all my equipment. It's unquestionable. I would have sparred today, and it would have become a fucking bloodbath. I would have wiped the floor with both of you guys. You guys both you fight like women. But anyway. I think that are you coming to Skankfest this year, Sean? Are you planning on coming back?
I hope to. Actually I didn't buy tickets, so I guess that I'm not
You're
sure.
gonna buy a ticket.
All right, well then, I definitely will come.
You won musical chairs, don't you?
Okay,
That's
yeah, but
pretty
it's
much a
hard to just-
guarantee to get a free ticket to Skankfest again.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Would you want to fight again?
That if my dad was listening right now, he would say no, don't do it because I got my teeth knocked out in high school. My forefront teeth are fake. I got like reconstructive surgery. It was
Whoa.
like 2 years. Yeah,
Damn.
it was like jet skiing. It wasn't even boxing. But when I called him to tell him about the Skankfest fights last year, he was like, "Okay, like I'm really pissed off, but that's awesome." Like he was so torn.
So is your dad a dentist or what?
No, he just laid out $20,000 to fix my mouth
Oh
over the
my
course of
God.
2 years.
So what happened in high school? How'd that happen? You were on a jet ski and you just fucking
Yeah, it was
rowing too hard?
tubing. Yeah, it was tubing behind a jet ski, and the girl driving was like 15. I
Oh,
was
it was a
16.
girl.
Yeah, well, she was going like 45, 50 miles an hour, which is like crazy on a tube.
Yeah.
And I hit like a wake, and the tube stopped in the water. I went off the front of it, and then when the slack in the rope caught up with the tube, it like started going at 40 miles an hour again, and the tube hit me in the teeth. I'll show you the photo. It's gross, but
No way.
yeah, I was like 2 were knocked out, 2 went up into my mouth, and I had dentures for like how Derek has like a denture he puts in his mouth, like a retainer with
Yeah.
fake. I had that, but with 4 fake teeth.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was wild.
Were you fucking the chick?
Well, actually, it's funny. The night before, we were at it was like a vacation. We were all camping, and this chick was like a family friend, and we were flirting the night before. And I'm like, tomorrow at the fire, like it's gonna happen, dude. And then she fucking knocks my teeth out, and so the next fire that I'm at with her, I'm just like toothless, like crying and bleeding out of my mouth. But so yeah, no, nothing ever transpired of that. Once in a while, she'll send me a Snapchat like, "How are you? I hope
Nice.
you're okay."
That's fucking great. So
So-
your dad got pissed that you boxed last year because if you get hit in the teeth,
Yeah.
that could. But I mean, so were you boxing before? Because you have experience. You're not like.
Yeah, in high school, I went to Checkmates Boxing. Shout out Checkmates, Darren Machinsky. Went there for like a few years. I had one amateur fight, lost it, and technically it was Golden Gloves, and so I had another fight that was a forfeit, and that technically made me third in the state. And my dad tells everybody that.
Third in the state.
He's
in
like,
Golden
he
Gloves.
doesn't say how. He just goes, yeah, my son's third in the state for boxing. And I'm like, dude, you can't. We'd go to like hardcore gyms, and he'd say that, and I'd be like, you can't. They're gonna fucking try and kill me, dude.
Yeah. Why was your dad more concerned with you boxing? If you had boxed after that, after the initial accident, why was he concerned with you boxing now at Skankfest?
So that was senior year of high school. So like once I got my teeth knocked out, I didn't really step in.
That was
I
it?
didn't spar after that.
Yeah.
So when I called him, he was like, you shouldn't have done that, but that's awesome. And now he shows, literally every time I go anywhere, he shows that video. At least 1,000 people know what Skankfest is.
Nice.
Through my dad.
That's
So-
awesome. Well, no, dude, a lot of people know what Skankfest is through your video. That video went viral, and it was also just edited really well. It was
Thanks.
great, articulated what the event was really well. It was really cool. What did you think overall about boxing at Skankfest? That experience, I mean, because we were talking about it before, right? Like, this whole thing, like showing up and just amateur boxing, comedy boxing,
awesome.
influencer boxing. Look, people in real combat sports, they roll their eyes at it.
Yeah.
But it is, it's the type of thing where, like, once you do it, you know exactly what it fucking feels like, and it's a little slice of feeling like a fucking gladiator.
Dude,
you have to feel like a fucking man for, like, not many times in your life do you get to know what that's like
Right.
to fight in front of a huge crowd of people.
Especially that setup with like the levels of it's like a coliseum in there, dude.
Coliseum, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's never been a cooler moment in my life than that event. Literally, I was saying this. It was cool to get pieced up today by Paco because from that event, I'm like watching videos of boxing. Like, should I do this? Should I like fucking change career paths? But no, I think it's awesome. I think it's a cool culture. Everybody was super supportive. Everybody was friendly after fighting, and it's just like. And also, comedians in general have a long history of being boxers and fighters for whatever reason. So I
Yeah.
think it's a cool way to combine the two.
Well, it's like I never really was good at sports, right? And I'm still not good at sports. That's the reality. I'm not even good at fighting. But like I never really I didn't love going and playing pickup basketball games, or I didn't. You play hockey with your rollerblades, in the elementary school parking lot, and like. I just never really gave a fuck about any of those things. And then you start to spar, and you start to do jiu-jitsu or MMA or boxing or whatever, and you're like, oh, this is... I get why people would want to go play pickup basketball games or play
For sure.
pickleball or any of these other things, because there is this like competitive element, except it's just so much more badass. It feels like the stakes are very real. So somebody putting a basketball through a hoop just seems so silly when you could be
Right.
dodging
There's
a punch
no
to your
real-world
nose.
application to that.
Yeah, there's no real world application. There's no real world consequences whether you win or you lose. If I'm sparring right now with Paco, just fucking dumb old Paco, he could punch me square in my nose, maybe break it. That's real. Not even going
Right.
hard.
Lose his job.
Literally,
That's real.
literally not even going hard. That could happen, and it just makes it so much more whatever it is. Even in the sense that we're playing, right? We're playing around and we're sparring. It does make it very real, and it just makes it I don't know, just so much more of whatever it does for people to play sports and to do that. I just feel like it intensifies it so much more.
Right. I mean, basketball games can break out into fights, but fights don't break out into basketball games.
That would be great, though.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, dude, even the other day I was walking in the city and a fucking homeless guy charged me, fist up, and I just like hopped out of the way. I wasn't trying
It
to
was
fight
Harrington.
him, but it's nice to know, okay, like if something, it's like if you lift weights, that doesn't really translate to anything, but if your workout is fighting, then it's something that can
For sure.
protect you,
And it
so.
does, and muscle memory kicks in. Let me ask you a question, because you have a little bit of experience here.
Right.
This is what I realized after I started training. When I started training with like people who really knew what they were doing, it was almost like a mind fuck. It almost mentally like made me less confident in my ability to protect myself.
Yeah.
Because before, when I was 19 years old, you literally could have put anybody in front of me, and I'm like, I will fuck him up. Like I had the
Right.
confidence, and I had no idea how to. Literally, I had no clue how to fight. Didn't even know how to throw a punch. Literally couldn't. I'm telling you right now, did not know how to throw a punch at all. Like not even like for a street fight. Like not good. I just, because that ignorance, you're like a big kid. You sort of like, I had been in a few street fights, so you think you're tough because you win. Like, but we're talking about like a street fight. It's like against another pussy, and you hit him once,
Right.
and then he falls, and then the fight ends, right?
Yeah.
There's no endurance involved, no skill involved, like no. But like once I started training jiu-jitsu, started training MMA, and then you start to train with somebody who really knows what they're doing. it made me go like, oh shit, dude, I am such a fucking little bitch in this world. I can't do anything to anybody. And now I walk around in constant fear that there is a purple belt that's going to kill me.
You got to look at their ears. That's
Yeah,
the
dude, look
first
for their
sign.
ears.
Yeah.
You gotta, that was probably the biggest and the weirdest thing about training in MMA and training in fighting for me was the better I got and the more knowledgeable I got at fighting, the less confident I was with my abilities.
Yeah, and it's weird too. You see a lot of like the best fighters are pretty humble on the street. Like if they're antagonized, they don't resort to fighting
'Cause they
very
know.
quickly. Yeah,
They know.
I mean, partly too because they could get in trouble a lot easier than.
And also, yeah, well, number one, these guys, real deal fighters, they get fucking sued. I mean, dude, I when I was doing the show at Bisping had multiple lawsuits from like
Right.
literally frivolous shit that people just, they love to fucking, if you're famous, they love to sue you. So you have a little shoving match with the dude at a bar, all of a sudden you have a fucking lawsuit, right?
Well, then the 19-year-old version of you too is there, and he's like, I bet I could take him. And now
Oh,
people
yeah.
are like trying to. That's what my dad said about Skankfest. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I wouldn't fight this year. Now you got a target on your head there. And I'm like, that's Skankfest. But imagine being somebody like Nate Diaz and some drunk guy in the
Oh
bar
my
is
God,
like,
yeah. And I'm sure it happens all the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, the reality is it's going to be a little bit different this year. Skankfest this year, we're doing all sanctioned events. So there's no musical chairs this year.
Okay.
There's none of the silly stuff. There's going to be silly stuff. We're going to do musical chairs, but it won't be musical chairs boxing. It'll be like musical chairs with a punishment or something. Like if you don't get the chair, you're being whipped by a stripper or some shit like
Right,
that.
right.
They're going to do some fun events that as sort of an undercard to the sanctioned boxing fights. And we're going to have probably, if I had to guess, between 5 and 8 boxing matches per day at Skankfest. All of us in the car are fighting. Maybe even Sean Millea
Maybe,
joining
yeah.
Team
we'll have to,
Rattlesnake. Who
we'll
knows?
have to talk about that further.
Fight your dad.
Dude, that would literally be the fucking best.
Oh my
But
God.
it's all like done legit. You have to get a physical blood test.
Okay.
You're going to be sanctioned by USA Boxing in Nevada. It's like legit.
How does one fail a blood test on purpose?
Have AIDS.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
HIV positive. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully Sean can join the team. We'll see. We're going to keep on checking in. Dylan, how'd you feel about today's training?
Pretty good. I enjoyed training with Sean because I do think he's pretty good.
It's a fucking lefty. It's annoying as fuck.
yeah.
it is, yeah.
Also, Dylan got way better too, dude. Like hitting
Oh,
mitts
thanks,
with you,
bud.
I was like, oh shit, you were looking really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to run now. I know it's funny. I was thinking about this. Like, I got into a couple fights like in middle school and stuff. I think I'm like 1-6.
Nice.
I'm being real with you. I'm sitting here like, Dylan, have I won a fight? I literally think I won my first fights against Alex Almeida. Shout out Alex Almeida. And then I think I'm like 0-6 since, bro. I'm 6'3".
Alex Almeida is currently a transgendered woman in the Barbie movie.
You know what's fun? I did go back home to Boca once, and he was working at the smoke shop, and I was like, "Damn, dude, you're doing nothing." But no, I literally like he got mad at me for like I took a phone in like gym class that was his. Sorry. And then he wanted to fight me for stealing his phone, and then ever since then, I'm thinking about this fight. I'm like, I need to win. I need a win on my life.
You got to get a win, Dylan. And look, I know Krakamiko's taking it very seriously. He's going to probably write a song about you that's going to really hurt your feelings.
It's very serious.
So we're going to see what happens. I'm pumped about all this. We're going to wrap this. This is the first Fight Journal podcast. Yeah, we're going to put these out every single week. We're going to put them out on Mondays.
Well, let's not say anything yet.
No, let's do Mondays at like 7.
What? What do you mean? Don't say anything what?
Let's plan a day that it's gonna happen.
All right, we'll figure out what day it comes out, but it will be coming out every week. Look out on my YouTube channel. I think it'll just be on my YouTube channel. So that'll be where you grab the Fight Journal podcast. And we will be checking in every week for the next 9 weeks throughout this entire fight camp. Team Rattlesnake, give you the ins and the outs.
Wait, does that mean I'm your co-host?
Oh
Pretty
my God.
fucking dope, dude.
No, you're not my
Hell yeah.
co-host.
Louis
Please.
J. Gomez, Dylan J. Negri.
Dylan will never
Fight
be on this
Journal.
again. Sometimes this is going to be like this. Sometimes it's going to be me on my cell phone just doing a fucking voice memo. Sometimes I'll call Paco and we'll have a phone conversation. Maybe me and Diego will sit down one day. Maybe I'll have real fighters on giving me advice. Fight Journal.
But no matter what, you'll know it's going to be me and Louis.
Dylan will never be on again. Fight Journal. Fight Journal will give you everything you guys need to know about Team Rattlesnake. So keep on tuning in. Shout out to Your Kratom for being the sponsor of this and the Fight Journal web series. We'll be back next week. Peace.